I am so excited to welcome you guys here with two of my friends. I have Sarah and Becky here. I was like, oh my gosh, we have three farm women, and we didn't intend that. It just kind of happened. And so I'm going to give you a brief overview. I'm going to pass it to Becky, and then Becky will pass it to Sarah. And it's going to be a fun time. And so we're just going to talk casual. It's just going to be us hanging out. So know that you can just be who you are, where you are. If you have questions, drop them in the chat. I was just gonna, there we go, make this big and pin different people as they talk. My name's Breanna. I'm really excited for tonight. I am a Silver Executive Vice President with Bravenly Global. Have been here 18 months, and so it's crazy how fast time flies, and it makes me realize time passes regardless, so you might as well chase the things you want to go after. Um, but I have been in the network marketing space for 5 years. I have been in health and wellness. I love serving others. I love helping people feel better. Moms get energy back. Dads can play with their kids again. People, just figure out their gut health and our health. We don't realize how much our health impacts our life until we're not healthy, right? Or until we don't feel good. Then it's like, man, this is super important. And so I love getting to serve people in health and wellness because I truthfully think when people are happier and healthier, life just goes better for people and they get to enjoy life more. So, a little background on Bravenly Global. If you haven't heard of it, we are a company focused on supplements that are naturopathic formulated. So we have a panel of doctors who formulate all our products with naturopathic products, which means things like herbs, roots, shoots, things of the earth. And so it's absolutely incredible. And I love that I get to utilize things and I get to understand ingredient labels. I get to feel like I'm not putting a bunch of chemicals in my body or things that are going to have negative effects down the road. And so I've really enjoyed our product lineup, and I'm not going to talk too much on it because Becky, she is very good when it comes to products and has helped so many people. So I'm going to let her take those. But I wanted to share with you who we are. And so Bravenly is a faith-based company, something that meant a lot to me when I was looking in network marketing for a company that aligned with my family. Faith was number one. And then I also wanted a company in timing and momentum. So Bravenly is 5 years old. So we're trusted, we're tried, we're true. We've done over last year we did over $102 million in sales. So we are a solid company, but we're a company that a lot of people have never heard of. So I love that because of the fact that I get to help people and I get to serve people and teach them about Bravenly, teach them about ways that maybe are more natural and more easier, not easier on their body, but right, a lot of times when someone goes for a medication or goes for something like that, there's a side effect, right? And so I'm glad that I get to help people in a way that serves their body better, honestly. Um, so Bravenly was formed 5 years ago and was formed by our CEO Aspen and her family. So actually her husband and her sons all work for Bravenly, and it's a family company. And so I love that. Aspen was in the field for 19 years built, and now she is getting to serve in this way. Hi, sorry, my husband. The thermometers should be in it's not in the lambing box. Okay. You can do this. My husband, we have a sick lamb, and so he wants to go out and treat it. Um, and so he's trying to find it. Yeah, real life is that. It's surprising that I don't have a toddler screaming and a baby screaming and all the things. And so our company, not only does it have, right, we're at 5 years, but we have a comp plan that is unmatched. I have watched women be able to come home from their jobs or reduce hours at work or build their dream life or whatever. And no dollar is guaranteed. I can't promise you anything, but what I can promise you is that this is an industry for people who are hardworking, people who want to be successful and want to put in that work and have a work ethic. They thrive here because they get to write their own paycheck, right? I love it that if I remember early on in my time in the industry, like when things went wrong on our acreage, I would be like, okay, well, I'm gonna go get to work because I know how to go make more money if I need it. And it kind of snowballed into bigger things for me to walk away from my teaching job at age 28. And now I get to be where my family needs me, whether that's on the farm with the kids, wherever. But I get to rewrite our family's history because of the fact that I said yes. And so I love it because we are paid out 55 to 59%. That is what's paid out to the field. Most companies are going to pay about 35% in network marketing. So you also, you just get a bigger chunk paid out to you, which is really helpful. And I feel here every week when I get my paycheck, I'm like, man, I swear they overpaid me. Like, I don't know how this is factoring out, but this is so awesome. And so I'm really, really grateful for that. And so I found Bravenly in October of 2024, after I had swore off network marketing. And I said, I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to focus on my career. I had landed my dream job, but I felt like there was more out there for me. And I said, if I find the perfect company, I will keep going. And so I was looking for a company that was faith-based. I was looking for a company that had holistic health products because our country and our generation is really, really, really looking for clean products. People are asking questions about what's in their food and the chemicals and all of that. Okay. Number three, I wanted timing and momentum. I wanted a company that I got to introduce people to. I didn't want to be with a company that everyone had already said, been there, done that, tried that. I wanted a company that I got to be the person to introduce everyone to it. I wanted a company that had leadership and momentum, leadership and people with experience and training. And so I loved that I came in and there was already systems set up for me. There were already ways to train people I would be bringing in. There was already graphics made for me. And all I had to do was plug and play in the systems. All I had to do is what I was good at. And that was talking to people, sharing with people, helping people, and the rest was taken care of. Okay. And then I wanted, a comp plan that would pay me for my efforts and what I was worth because I was a teacher ahead of time before this. And it didn't matter how good of a teacher you were, honestly. If you know anyone in the education system, it's very broken. You do not benefit at all. Like you are not, sorry, you do not you're not rewarded at all for being a hard worker or being a good teacher. You are actually like you are only paid based on years of experience in teaching. So that really bugged me because it made me wonder like why am I spending all this time and putting all this effort in when I'm getting paid less than the person down the hall telling their kids to watch a movie and look busy. And so that always drove me nuts. And I knew I was a hard worker, and so I wanted something that I could be compensated properly for that. So I want to pass it over to my friend Becky. She's going to share her story a little bit, how she got started, and she is also going to talk about our products a little bit.
Thanks, Breanna. I just wanted to thank everybody for joining us tonight. My name is Becky Gettle, and if you would have asked me a couple of years ago if I ever thought that I'd be sitting here tonight sharing about being part of a wellness company, I probably would have laughed and said, "You're crazy," because honestly, I was just trying to keep up with life in general, and I still am most days. So I am a full-time financial advisor. I'm a wife to a busy cattle rancher. We have 200 head of cattle, and we're just finishing up calving season right now. I'm a mom to four very active kids. My kids range in ages from 6 to 17. They're busy with sports, other extracurricular activities, working on the farm, all of those things. Um, my story kind of started a couple of years ago. I attended a women's goal setting summit, and the one thing that really hit home with me at that summit was that my dreams and my goals mattered just as much as the needs of my family. And honestly, to be the best version of myself for my family, I also needed to take the time to take care of myself. So, one of my goals at that summit was to, sorry, my 6-year-old decided to come and join us. Go eat your supper. Um, my goal at the time was to start working out again. He just said he loves Mighty Mix. Start working out and get back to feeling good in my own skin. So I had recently turned 40. I had half of my thyroid removed in 2020 after I had my now 6-year old. And like I felt stuck. Like I just could not lose weight. I felt exhausted all of the time. I felt like I was always very irritable and my hormones were like way out of whack, which I blame on my thyroid. So back a couple years ago, I started working out multiple days a week. Like most weeks I was doing 5 days a week of like pretty hardcore workouts, but I still felt like something was missing. I wasn't like hitting the goal weight that I had. Honey, you need to go, please. Sorry. Again, eat. Go ask Haley to help you. Well, she went with Brandon. Sorry. Okay, right, moms? So I had like plateaued on my weight loss journey. I still like felt like I was bloated all the time. I didn't have any energy. And so I tried some different supplements from other companies and like I didn't feel like any of them were helping me. And the last ones that I was like using actually were making me feel worse and I was like getting cramps. And so a friend of mine that I actually met through social media, she suggested that I try Bravenly. And I was really skeptical at the time that these supplements were going to be any different than any of the other ones that I had tried. But I just wanted to feel better. And so I'm like, okay, I'll give them a shot and see what happens. And I am so glad that I did because I am now here with Bravenly. So I started to see very subtle improvements at first because I was really focusing on my hormones. So I started with Drive. And my friend that like asked me to join Bravenly or try Bravenly reminded me that being consistent and giving it time is going to help me get the results that I was looking for. So I did not give up. And I started trying a couple of the other products that Bravenly has to offer. And I started noticing that I was having better digestion. I was less bloated. I had more energy. And I started just feeling like myself again. Um, so that's when I knew that these products were different. I started sharing them with some of my close friends and family that I was talking to because honestly, I just wanted them to feel better like I was. So last July, I was asked if I would be interested in becoming a brand partner. And I thought, well, what the heck? Like, I'm already sharing these products with people. I love them. Like, if nothing else, I can get a discount and maybe even like help cover some of the cost of my products that I was buying. So I jumped in, but what I didn't expect at the time was to find a supportive community that actually like makes me feel like I belong. We have systems that are super easy to use here. And I launched my business and like ranked up multiple times within that first month. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I can do more than just pay for my products here. And honestly, like I never expected to be able to earn a impactful income here, which I am. And I've also been able to earn some fun trips, which I'm super excited to be going to Cancun here in less than a month. So let me talk about something that really matters that I know a lot of people wonder about with any kind of wellness company. What makes these products different? So like Breanna kind of mentioned, there's so many different companies out there. There's no shortage of wellness brands. So like, why are we different? So Bravenly is focused on quality, not hype. Our products are ethically sourced with quality and effectiveness as our top priority all of the time. We want to make sure that people are getting the benefit that they're looking for from our products. We work with a highly skilled team of naturopathic doctors who are actively involved in the product formulation process. And all of our facilities are GMP certified, FDA regulated, and all of our products are third party tested and verified. So it's not just Bravenly saying, yep, they're good to go. We have third party testing that is completed to make sure that our products are the high quality that we say they are. So these products are formulated with ingredients that actually work together. We're not just throwing a bunch of things together in a capsule or in a drink and saying, Yep, these things will do this. We actually want them to work together to support because a lot of things don't like work. Like if you just take turmeric, it's not going to work for your body because you need other things along with it to help absorb it and for your body to actually process it. So we make sure that all of our products are formulated to work together. They're designed to support your body, not give you a temporary boost or quick fix. We don't promise that you're going to lose 30 pounds in a month because first of all, it's not healthy. And secondly, like we want to support your body from the bottom up. Like we want you to be healthy for a long period of time and not just like, hey, I'm going to lose 30 pounds and then I'm going to gain it all back in 6 months. So we want to make sure that we're actually hitting the root causes of what people are struggling with. A lot of other products in the market are filled with added sugar, fillers, and underdosed ingredients. So they don't really work. Sorry. Again, my 6-year-old. Um, so what I found with Bravenly is that these products are intentional, they're clean, they're effective, and they're created to support real results. Things like helping you have better energy, better digestion, focus, and just overall being healthier. And you can feel the difference. I mean, most of our products you will feel within 20 to 30 minutes of taking them. Some of them are going to take longer, like our gut duo. Anytime you start working on gut health, it takes time and consistency to fix all of the things that we've put into our body over the last 20, 30, 40 years. So it's not one of those things that you have to convince yourself that these products work because you will feel them. And for me, that mattered because I honestly don't have the time or money to waste on things that don't work. So I am going to pass it over to Sarah to talk about her story and a few other things that our team provides.
I love that. Thank you so much. I am so excited to talk to you guys. My name is Sarah, and I am a farm wife here in Ohio. And I really got into Bravenly because, well, I originally said no to supplements, believe it or not. I was not searching for any sort of supplements. I just was searching for a community, which might be why I am going to touch base on kind of our community here and our team. But I will tell you that I was shocked by these products that Becky just talked about. I, for the longest time, thought that I had to give up sweet and creamy coffee the way that I really loved it um, in order to be able to lose weight. And I remember vividly, I was with Breanna and I saw this Instagram reel from Bravenly that was someone taking their cup and pushing a button and flipping it over on a cup and filling it up with this creamy, delicious coffee. And that was our brew. And I was like, okay, sold. Sign me up. Like, you need to tell me that that's going to help my gut. And that it did. And literally, that is my absolute favorite trio right there is our Bravenly Gold Brew and BFF. I have it every single morning and feel phenomenal. And it actually helps my waistline instead of hurting my waistline. And so I was that girl that was like, I don't need supplements. I know how to eat. I work out 7 days a week. Like I knew how to follow all the things. But yet, I still feel like when I look back at those old pictures, I was puffy. I still have digestion issues, and I still felt like I was hitting that crash. I needed pre workout before I was even getting to the pre workout stage of my days. And so much more sense. And so it's fantastic to have all these different products. It's really great to know that we have a company that is longstanding and doing all these great things. But what does that mean for you? Like, how can you come in here and you find success if maybe you've never done this before? And that's the thing that I love so much about our team is we have people who are winning at every single stage. So if you come in here and your goal is to make $500 a month because you just want that little bit of breathing room. I mean, hello, gas prices are so darn high. at least here in Ohio. It's incredible. My students, I'm currently a high school ag teacher, and even my students are talking about how expensive things are. But it breaks my heart to think to myself that families are missing out on saying yes to opportunities because of how expensive life is. And let's be honest, it's not going to get any cheaper. And so maybe to you, $500 is what you're looking for. Maybe you are someone who you have the dream of being home full time, but you also know that you cannot give up the opportunity to be bringing in an income. Like you just can't make that work. And we have all the tools and resources to meet you exactly where that is. And so we have an app that we partner with, Ace, where we literally put all of the different folders together for you. This is incredible. I feel like I had, with my last company I was with, I had all these different saved images on my phone taking up space. And so we actually all work together. Actually, we don't all work together, but we have leaders on our team who develop these folders so that you have everything in one spot. And it makes it easy to be able to locate and send to people as you're talking about things. I love that we have weekly trainings, we have monthly trainings to be able to teach you these different things. We don't expect you to come in here and know everything. And actually, we expect you to want to learn more. And so if you're someone who enjoys getting out there and talking to other people. If you enjoy being able to share things that you like already, if you are someone who, this is going to get some of you, if you're someone who you're walking around and someone gives you a compliment and you're like, oh, thanks, I got it at such and such place, then this is the space for you. Because if you're someone who just can't stop talking about the things that you love, this is an opportunity for you because you're already doing just that. And whether that's on social media or whether that's just your closest friends and family, I love that we have the tools to be able to help you go and win and earn that income while winning. Um, Along with our different tools that we have, I love that everything is directly spelled out. And so you can build a team here where you are not only helping your customers fall in love with the products, but then you're asking those customers if maybe they could benefit from earning an extra income um, on the side or full time as well. And then as you grow that team, it's fantastic to help your circle, but when you can tap into other people's circle, it even grows even further. And so I love that we have tools to be able to help you grow this business as a team, but then you can also grow this business with customers. And I feel like in a lot of other companies, it's kind of one or the other. And so I love that we have multiple opportunities to be able to grow and make the income. I also love that things are very clearly spelled out of if this is your goal, this is how many people you need to kind of run with you. And it makes it really simple to set those goals and check those boxes because again, as a teacher, I'm all about checking boxes and knowing exactly the steps that I need. And so then that takes me into my last part of this of being a teacher and being able to create teams is that the leadership here is unmatched. I feel like when I came from any sort of network marketing, I thought, no, that's just a bunch of chatty girls that are trying to step on one another to be able to get to the top. And that's not what it feels like here. I literally talk to my mom time and time again of how I cannot wait for her to meet all these people when we go to Cancun. That was kind of a lifelong dream to be able to take my mom to one of these trips, and I can't believe I actually get to do that here in literally less than a month. We will be on Cancun still right now in a month. And I keep telling her about how I just love that this is a company that has been built by people who have come from disasters of companies and have built something real, something that's sustainable, and something that is exciting. And I love that when you step into a room at any one of the events, whether it's a small team event, whether it's a statewide event, a countrywide event, um, you feel people who are wanting to genuinely know you, not know what rank you are, not know what income you're making. It's not like they feel like, oh, you don't do this full time, then you don't matter. No, they value every single one of us. And that feels good because when you're starting out with this and you feel like you're a nobody and you feel like you haven't made yourself known yet, you still matter. And so every one of you on this call, we appreciate that you're on this call because that's what this is all about, is getting you in this room, getting you to realize that you matter, and this is a true opportunity to be able to help you grow and flourish too.
Man, you're making me emotional over here. I love it. Yeah, Sarah told me, no, you're going to find a common thread in a lot of people is that we said no to network marketing or we said we would never do it. And then here we are. And so I just want to ask you a few simple questions. Is that what would you do if you walked out to your mailbox right now and there was a $500 check in it? Okay. I just want you to reflect on that. Now, right, I can't promise you a dollar, I can't guarantee you a dime, but what I can tell you is that you do have an opportunity to build something that can pay you $500 a month. And honestly, with not as much time as you're thinking, a lot of people say, like, oh, I don't have time to build this. Honestly, the three women you talk to are some of the busiest people. The busiest people in this business are honestly some of the most successful I've seen. And it is, we had, let's see, in March, I haven't pulled April numbers. In March, we had over 100 women earning an average of $600 or more. That's a lot. That is a lot of people for a small team to do that. Okay. If you can give us 30 to 60 minutes a day, you can build something that'll pay you $500 a month. Now, I want to ask you something. You're out for a drive, it's on Sunday or whatever, or you're like my husband, you see the Powerball is at like $100 million, right? And you finally decide it's time to go get one because, right, you got to play to win. And you grab your ticket and you go through your weekend as normal. And then on Monday, you find out you pulled the winning lottery ticket. That's how I feel like when I'm at Bravenly. I truly feel like we have pulled the winning lottery ticket for our life and for what we've been able to build and what's coming down the road with momentum, new products. There is just so much coming down the way. There are only 5 companies that do consumer goods. So, consumer goods is anything you can get delivered to your house, right? Or anything you can purchase. There are only 5 companies, not direct sales companies, network marketing, 5 privately owned companies that are growing faster than Bravenly that provide a product for people to purchase. We are number 6 in the nation for consumer goods, which is absolutely wild to think about, right? That is how high demand these products are. And we haven't even scratched the surface in people who know about us. I would say probably 98% of people I talk to still have zero idea what Bravenly is or who it is. And so I love that because we are truly on a ground floor opportunity for something that is going to be a household name. And so this is your winning lottery ticket. I guarantee you, if you are willing to learn, and I love what Becky and Sarah said, they broke it down beautifully. So we do have a special going on for brand partner enrollment. So talk to the person who invited you here, but you can get cash back on your sign up. But you can also, if you do a product pack, so one of our packages that comes with products in a box, you get a free Ignite on the go. I had one in my hands, but it's over there now. And that is a 30-day of our one of our most impactful little products, our little green bestie. You will feel that instantly. You'll feel so good. And so we're giving you those because if you help people try Ignite, you will have those people, they will want that Ignite. They'll want to try Bravenly because they're going to feel it. They're going to feel incredible. Their mood's going to be better. They're going to have more energy than they've ever had. That is the product that changes so many lives. And so you get it for free when you enroll as a brand partner to utilize as samples or however you want to do them to kickstart your business. And so if you have any questions, please make sure that the person who invited you here gets you in a 3-way chat with me or their enroller or one of the other ladies here. But I want to thank you for being on. And thank you, Becky and Sarah, for taking time out of your busy night and away from your family. We appreciate you and we can't wait to welcome you guys to the team soon. Awesome. Thanks, guys.